Everybody, it's Chris at Dean's Creek Ranch, doing a little tractor maintenance. Now, I just did the oil change on this thing. This is gonna be an oil change video. What I'm gonna tell you though is, boy, is it sure nice. There's the oil filter, get it back hand tight. The drain plug's right there. I mean, you can do it on one knee. It's really easy to do. And so I've got 300 hours on this thing since I bought it. I'm a little late on the oil change, but I want to drag the driveway here soon, probably tomorrow. And I was like, I got to change the oil before I get out there. So that's what I'm doing today. While I'm here, the point of this video is I think I'm going to change out the fuel filter while I'm here. Now, the previous owner, well, first of all, John Deere's filters and whatnot, they're green. So obviously that's an aftermarket. And you see how that guy marked it 855 hours. Really clever idea, just mark it on. I keep a logbook, but you know, that's because of the profession I'm in. Anyways, it's really easy. This ring, you crack it off. This slides down. Well, excuse me. First of all, you shut the fuel off. There's a little tab right there at 9 o'clock. Fuel's off. 12 o'clock. Now, this should be hand tight. Let's see if I can get this ring off. You know it's not. Yeah, that's where the filter wrench comes in. Yeah, I knew that wasn't going to be the case. Anyway, let me get a filter wrench on there. Just happen to have one right here. And see if I can get this ring started. That's Rosie. If you heard her moo, that's Rosie. Yeah, see how I can't do this with two hands? Stand by. It literally was hand tight. You just had to get, I can't do it holding a camera and that business. So kudos to the guy who changed it last. It was hand tight. Now, this just kind of works down. See if I can get the ring out first. Switch hands again. This should just slide right down. And the ring's in the way. Stand by. All right, ring's off. So this just comes straight down. Now it's full of fuel, which is why I'm doing it. Oh yeah, it is full of fuel. We'll set that there. Oh, you know I'm gonna spill. Let's do this. And all this used oil. Not make a mess. That's why that's there, and that's why I'm doing it right now. Boy, those old cattle, I think that was a mineral block or something like that. Keep a nice lined trash can for all the goodies. And then you come back over here and you get your new fuel filter. And it's literally that simple, except doing it with one hand. And back we go. You knew that wasn't going to be the case, was it? Good grief. I got to get some sort of a mount. So this slides up, and when you do that, you turn the fuel back on, that little red knob. You turn it, it's at 12 o'clock right now. You go to 90 or 9 o'clock, and then I'm going to show you how to prime the pump. So this just goes up. I just can't do it holding a camera. Stand by. Believe it or not, that little booger was harder than I thought to get in there. You kind of have to fish around. There's only one way. You notice how they put the John Deere logo. There's your trick. Should be facing you. But I had to kind of fish around, giving it some upward pressure, wondering, why isn't this thing, you know, come on. All right, so fuel's open. Ooh, did I do that backwards? I already opened it up, didn't I? Whoops. So here, I should have waited till it was on. You crack this little breather. Just give it some air. Oh, see, there's fuel already coming out. You just pump. Probably just got lucky on that one. Open up a little more. They say it takes about a minute. I want fuel squirting out of that thing. Right. Yeah, the fuel's on. Nope. Seems some squirting. No air in the fuel lines. Come on, bad boy. Stand by. What do we got going on? 1 minute, my ass. I think this is operator error because I'm trying to film a video at the same time. When I was putting on the new filter, I think I'd already selected the fuel back to on, so I got some error clearly in the system. Now, I've dried this off and I've been pumping for about 3 minutes. Let's see if we can do this. You can see it. Should put it in here. So remember, when doing this, leave it closed till the new filter's on. Otherwise, you're pumping for 5 minutes. Now, I have a plan B if I can't get it to spit any fuel. Is I'll take this back off, because that was really easy to get on and off. And I'll go down to the fuel farm, and I'll go put some diesel in it and prime it myself. Oh, there's some fuel coming out. You see it? There we go. Close that off. I'd rather not have to go down to the fuel farm and do that. This isn't like super tight, just snug it up so it doesn't leak or bleed, I should say. Oop. Yeah. Let's give her a whirl. Fuel's on. That's closed. All right, let's see. Changing RPMs. We definitely got some air in this. Yeah, there's that air in that system. Oh boy. I'll show you when I get it done. All right, a few things going on here that I'm going to show you with the old one. Because I went over to the fuel farm to go prime it with some diesel. And I only had like 3 tablespoons left of diesel. See this down here, this little rubber grommet thing? That's a drain. And apparently the new filter I put on, the drain was in the drain position. So all the pumping I was doing, I was just pumping air in the system. That also being said, I couldn't get it back on. Finally figured out you have to go this way with it. Don't try and go this way with it. You'll never make it past this, looks like a hydraulic line to the pump. You have to come in this way and then come up and then fish it up and through, then put that plastic ring on. This is why we do YouTube videos. So you don't monkey around like I've been doing with a stupid filter for 30 minutes. The oil change took less time, but this time I did close this off. We're gonna open. I've got that hand tight. Now let's pump again and see if we can get fuel to come out. Because I think it was just pumping air. And I did have it somewhat primed, I'd say about half full. You get the point. I'll be back when it starts spitting gas. As you can see, I'm wearing a different shirt and a different hat because this was day 2 of the 5-minute job. Obviously you hear it running. I got it running, and I'm going to shut it off in a minute, and I'm going to tell you all the little secrets that I did here. But I clearly let so much air into the system that, well, it wouldn't prime. Finally. And I'm telling you, I've been down here, let's step away from this thing. I've been down here pushing that plunger for about 15 minutes. Went to the service manual, and the service manual said, pump it with the screw open for a while, and then pump it closed. So I did that probably like 5 minutes with the screw open, and then with the screw closed, there's some tension on it, there's some pressure on it. Now, thankfully, all day today, I've been doing farm chores and getting prepped for the 4th. I put a battery charger on this thing because I tried to start it last night, and I don't want to get too far into the battery. So I had a full charge. So I tried to start it after 15 minutes of plunging back and forth between open screw and closed screw. And then I tried to start it. No go. You know, it kind of like a starter motor in a car. 10 to 15 seconds, give it a couple minutes. 10 to 15 seconds, give it a couple minutes. So nothing was happening. The 3rd time I did that, I opened up the screw. I'm like, all right, let me just pump this thing one more time. And then it just gushed diesel fuel out. Oh, mind you, by the way, I forgot to tell you, I went to the store because I was out of diesel fuel, and I topped the tank off. I thought maybe gravity will help me out as well, from the tank over to the filter. So it started gushing out. Then I closed it, and when I was pumping then, it was like really stiff. Did that twice. Then I tried to start it again. 15 seconds, nothing happening. I even thought about using starter fluid. I went to, my John Deere manual, and they said, no bueno on the starting fluid. So I was like, all right, man, one more shot. At about second 9 of me cranking, it goes, and I was like, oh my Lord, it's gonna go. And it went, and I haven't shut it off since. I didn't want to hook the battery charger back up. I'm kind of giving it a little charge, but that's a 5-minute job that literally just took 24 hours. I mean, I wasn't working on it 24 hours, but you know what I'm trying to say. Moral of the story is, before you take that filter off, that little red on-off switch. Hold on a second.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
Holy shit. Holy shit. I've been priming the thing in the wrong position. I turned the fuel off. I pulled the filter to see if it had fuel in it, and so I thought I turned the fuel off. What I did is I turned the fuel on. The 9 o'clock position's the on position, not the 12 o'clock. Holy Jesus. Come on. As unlucky as I was taking it off, I was lucky putting it back on. Yeah, that's at 9 o'clock. There's the tab. Like, subscribe, notification button. What do we say at Dean's Creek Ranch? I hope this video helped, by the way. Don't make the same mistake I did. Make sure whatever position it was in, before you take the filter off, turn it to the next position. That'll be your off position. I could have sworn I had it backwards. Either that or the tractor's backwards. I'm gonna have to look in the manual and see what it says. If you would like to roast me in any way in the comments, feel free. If you'd like to say the same thing happened, make me not feel so bad, feel free. Like, subscribe, notification button. What do we say at Dean's Creek Ranch? See ya. All right, as I was driving around doing PM chores, it occurred to me. Bonus footage, not really a bonus for me. See the little tab right there? in the 9 o'clock position is what they call it. It just occurred to me, in line with the fuel line means on. Like every other valve on the planet. Perpendicular, which would be in the 12 o'clock position, that little tab would be this way, means off. Which means it would have been a 4-minute job if I just had stopped for a second and smelled the roses and realized that I was pumping in the off position. No wonder it didn't get any gas or it didn't burp out any fuel. 9 o'clock, in line with the valve, in line with the line, like every other hydraulic valve or water sprinkler valve or what have you on the planet. In line is on, perpendicular is off. Like, subscribe, see ya!